Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more BSL Asia Championship action. We are almost done this tournament, just a few more matches left. Right now we are in the winner bracket final, and it's game number 2 of this best of 5 between DuGu, who ended up winning game number 1 with some good speedling play into mutas, and XiaoShuai. And you know, he like optimized more for gas in that game 1, and it definitely did not work out for him. You could really see the difference when speedlings attack compared to slowlings. So we'll see how he ends up playing this one. We are now on Overwatch. This is another 2-player map, just like Butter was in game number 1, so they know where each other is at, and we'll see if that's going to make them more or less aggressive. Obviously, they can scout each other as quickly as they want, and you basically know the Overlord scouting path. Like, the thing is, you can change the scouting path, but a lot of ZvZ cheesiness is built around going around Overlords, because you don't drone scout in this matchup. You just don't have enough drones to really get that to work. Either way, DuGu goes ahead and throws down the spawning pool. Now, he is this top left position. I have been told by good Zerg players that bottom right here is better because of the mineral boosting. For those of you who do not know what mineral boosting is, there's certain ways that you can put workers onto patches. Like, for instance, I know on this top patch, if you have a drone or an SCV or a probe mining from this corner like this one, and you hit C as it comes off, it goes in a more straight line. Well, he put this pool down in a funny place. That might actually be for corrective mining. Either way, that's what I've been told is ZvZ. This is a better spot, but this is straight up a pool first, and this is Overlord into pool. So you can see a couple more drones were made, and he mined a little bit more before going for that pool. So he's going to be able to afford this hatchery, whereas DuGu looks to be going very, very aggressive. There's that one hatch layer. The gas just starting to get mined here from XiaoShuai. I gotta say, I do like XiaoShuai's build a little bit better here for sure. Now, 6 lings are coming out, but the pool is done, and XiaoShuai is making 6 of his own. Okay, yeah, we have 2 more here, and we should see the speed upgrade in just a second. And the speed upgrades start at the same time, so yeah, and look at this. I mean, obviously you pull some drones off of the gas in ZvZ because you just have so few mining. You get like what you're trying to get, and then you take them off for a little bit. But since they both have speed coming at the same time, this looks better for XiaoShuai than that first game, because he's going to be the one with the second hatchery. He's going to be able to field a lot more lings, and they're going to be fast. So DuGu's one base approach here, is it going to end up paying off again? I don't know. I mean, it definitely can. There's a lot of tactical play, a lot of little micro moves you can do to try to get around your opponent. But with just more lings, it feels like that's going to be a difficult thing to end up pulling off. Now, a drone coming down, as well as more lings being rallied out of that hatchery. And yeah, he's just going to start mining. Obviously, when you're making this many lings, you don't really need a sunken or anything like that. That is something that we may need to see up here in DuGu's base, right? Like maybe a sunken here or something. It's kind of funny looking, but could end up helping out. Now, a couple lings have been sent off to the side. The lings on the side, this is one of the most powerful things in Zerg vs. Zerg. When your opponent goes for the attack and you run the lings in, like, you need a lot of lings to actually catch and deny 2 lings from doing damage. So he's actually running up. He kind of checks where the lings are at, and now he's going to run in. This is a very smart move here from DuGu. Now, look at that. Oh, the lings have to come back. So these lings have already basically done their job of forcing XiaoShuai to turn around. He's not going to be able to hit the attack he was wanting to. And look at this. He's just microing them, keeping them alive for now. See how long he can keep these up and running. Oh, a pretty good surround there. And as you can see, yeah, it is really hard to actually catch lings and surround them. They're so slippery. They're so small. Goes after another drone here. He does end up killing a drone. That's going to be pretty gigantic. And just leaves a ling on this and goes across the map now. Okay, so XiaoShuai has decided, you know what? Let's go. Let's counterattack. The Spire is almost done here for DuGu, so this is a very important moment. 2 mutas being made. XiaoShuai has to basically break this and get a bit of damage done, so he has time for his Evolution Chamber at home to get those spores up. Now, gets up the ramp, not many lings left over. There is that sunken I was talking about. Very good placement there. And in fact, runs through. Ooh, the Sunken is going to end up dying here, actually. Yeah, that is gone for sure. And look at this. A lot of damage being dealt. The mutas come out, though. So anything could occur at this point. This is getting absolutely crazy. Only 7 drones remaining right now. 5 drones remaining. Can he actually get another one? Oh my god, only 4 drones remaining right now. So what we'll probably see is Lings spread around the map for XiaoShuai, trying to do little counterattacks in. Because this drone count is dangerously small, but you also have to get counter damage with your mutas. You know that your opponent doesn't have mutas or anything. So he kills the first 2 coming in. We'll see if he can get another. He goes after the Overlord first. Let's take a look over here. Oh, God, the Spore catches an Overlord. I think he'll just barely get out. Yeah, look at that. 1 hit left. Okay, another Spore and 2 more Spores in the main. Wow, that's really safe. You normally don't see 4 Spores, but honestly, considering you got him down to 4 drones, I think that this is the right play. If you just make enough Spores that your opponent absolutely cannot do anything, well, then all they can do is sit there and kind of drone up, right? DuGu catches yet another Zergling. Still not going across the map. Another Ling being sent out. Some more being made here from XiaoShuai. See if he actually catches one. Ooh. We'll end up getting that one as well. Good catch. This is the right way to do it, right? Like, XiaoShuai is making him stay back this entire time. He's actually making more Lings than I thought he would. Like, he's making a lot of Lings. He could have upped his drone count really substantially. Maybe gotten a second gas going, something like that. But I guess, you know, keeping the pressure on... attacking in ZvZ is, like, the most important thing, right? And, like, to keep this pressure up, to keep the mutas at home, that might be better than refilling with those drones. And in fact, you know, when he gets out his own mutas, he can bring the Lings at the same time as those mutas. So when these mutas are busy fighting his Zerglings can go in and do massive, massive damage. Now, the Spire is almost done here. He's got about 600 gas, so if he saves up for a moment, he's going to be able to afford quite a few mutas indeed. This really looks like it's going to end up being one-sided in the favor of XiaoShuai. I'm trying to figure out how DuGu can actually make this work. Like, he's getting Carapace, so that's a good long-term investment, and he does have his natural hatchery coming up. He's not that far behind in drones. But, okay, and now he's finally making more mutas. That's kind of the important part here. And in fact, he might be able to field 6 mutas at the same time as his opponent. This is kind of the funny thing, right? Like, if you don't get that natural gas, sometimes the one-hatch muta player can just match you overall because they've had their gas going for so long. They've been producing mutas for so long. All right, so a lot of mutas being made on both sides. Ling being sent out here from DuGu. Kind of a quiet ZvZ at the moment. You know, a lot of damage early on. And now here we are, just kind of waiting for XiaoShuai to get the mass that he's looking for. Now the Ling comes in, sees that mutas are hatching. Very important moment. Second gas goes up for DuGu. He wants to get even more Mutalisks out. He might end up wanting to go for quite a few Scourge, just because his economy is still pretty weak, right? Like, if you have another drone being turned into an extractor and these ones are not going to be mining minerals, instead going for gas, I think Scourge are probably going to be the way to go. Okay, here we go. The mutas coming across, killing off some Overlords and whatnot. And here come the Scourge. That is a lot of Scourge. 8 Scourge and 5 mutas against just 6 mutas. There is no way for him to end up winning that. Look at this. Attacks with everything all at once. His mutas getting on top of DuGu's mutas. There are some Scourge coming out trying to defend, but I think that that is it. And beautiful finish here from XiaoShuai. Just very well done. That speed upgrade really doing a lot of work for him. GG. This series is tied up 1-1.